thin can we draw that? The next time the fellow is telling me, okay, now let us go out in darkness and see how long our shadows will be. Then I'm wondering now, how long will our shadows be? Come on, Dad, pick a torch. I don't have a torch, but your phone has light. Let us go out and check it. Children are educating us interesting things. The next day they say, this chicken that we are eating, can we have a live one and see how it is dismembered? So that now we have the chicken thigh and we have this. Children are teaching parents wonders. Basic knowledge that we need, which don't cost so much, and getting us to be engaged. You know, sometimes I tell parents, do you know the name of your child's class teacher? A number of people don't know, and they are waiting at the end of the day to come and hit at the teacher. Why are you asking for this? Of course, we are pleading, let us not exaggerate. If you are in a context where there is printing, downloading, and taking pictures, you encourage more of learning resources, but practicality becomes important. The last thing I want to mention about pragmatism is assessment. Pragmatism and C.B.C, as you know, and my colleague Dr. Nyegere has sent apologies. We were in the assignment together yesterday. That's why, colleagues, we are emphasizing formative assessment. In C.B.C, every lesson is an assessment, because assessment now is not assessment of learning, it is assessment for learning, and therefore assessment as learning, where children can also assess themselves, where we don't have colleagues to wait at the end of the year and call prayers to pray for children. And if you have a bad preacher on that day, the prayer itself will scare children out of that exam. Say, God, the way you delivered somebody from the lion of Eden, deliver your children from the den of these exams. Break the bondage of all the devils that are going to go onto the children's pens and books. Praise God. Poor children. The tone that has been set by the preacher alone is threatening. And then, of course, the children are even dreading, poor me. If I go home and I am not passed, nobody will carry me shoulder high, the way we are carrying others. So that is one of the reasons the curriculum has to change. As we carry that one child in the whole of your family shoulder high, the rest of them are average like me. By the way, I told you I didn't go straight to university. I first went to a diploma college. So I'm not a very clever person, but I'm a very hard worker. Many of you are like that. You are just a little above average. So I can imagine how many of you are carrying shoulder high. I was never carried shoulder high. Have you thought about those other children that we are not carrying? What are we telling them? So we want to give every child an opportunity to demonstrate that I may not be very good in English language, but that you can see I have my A in my fine art, and I can make life, I can make a living out of this. Ladies and gentlemen, KICD is a public institution. You are all welcome to engage with us. I want to say, if you need training on C.B.C beyond that which has been offered by government, feel free to get directly in touch with us. We shall induct you. We will not be doing it for profit. If, for example, you are in Nairobi, we will not even charge you anything, because we can drive there and go back to KICD. If you are in a place outside the city, then we can always talk about it, because we are a public institution. We have a lot of facilities that you may not be aware of in what we call our educational media. We have a lot of learning areas, lessons ready-made, already packed into platforms that you can consume them. Pay us a visit, bring your staff there, and let us partner in making sure that this works. I want, as I talk to you, acknowledge the role of the private sector in making us actualize the curriculum. As you know, the government has private as publishing, and I know some of you are publishers. The people who have made C.B.C work are publishers. Why? Because, as I talk to you now, they have been able to publish books, even for grade 7, are ready. We have taken them through the processes so that you can be there. But I want to plead with us, please pay attention. As private schools, Chairman, you need to take note of this. Pay attention to government circulars. Just the same way, I know traditionally we send them to public schools through country directors of education and so on, please pay attention to them, because like as I talk to you now, some of you, I know with evidence, are not aware that the curriculum designs for grade 1, 2, 3 for English, Kiswahili, and indigenous language have been reviewed, and even new books published and distributed only from KLB for now. We'll be reviewing the rest. And so this is information. Always consult. On our website, you'll find all our numbers on which one has been approved, what is running. People come to you with what I call a plethora of curriculum designs and support materials, just to tell them, wait a minute, I can confirm from the director whether this is real. And just write a quick email to info@KICD.ac.ke, info@KICD.ac.ke, or CEO@KICD.ac.ke. I respond to mails that I receive at KICD. Some of you have written to us and confirm that. Si Mungu awabariki sana. Mpaka mshangae.
Let us give a very good hand clap. Let us give a very good hand clap. I had a deal with Professor Handler, and we agreed that we shall not ask questions because he has put so much resource in his booth.